Welcome into the Gramlich and McLean podcast presented by Ingles, the official supermarket of Gramlich and McLean. Today we're talking Duke. Mac, I'm thinking back to the last time we talked Duke in week 2, I think it was, and we highlighted a big game for them. And that was the first time we had Riley Leonard on the podcast. And then Riley Leonard goes on to be Riley Leonard. So I feel like Chandler Rivers, who's our guest today, is already an All-American. He doesn't need the Gramlich and McLean bump. But maybe this is a sign for Duke and what Duke can do this weekend against number 11, by the way, up in the poll, Illinois. So massive game in Durham this weekend. I know you guys are going to be on site, Mac, and could be another, this is when the ACC had such a good weekend against the SEC and all these different things. This is another game that could be really, really big for the ACC if Duke can find a way.
No, there's no question. I mean, it's out of conference is nearly a top 10 potential win for Duke at home. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And I think what's interesting is you look at, Illinois is a 2.5 point favorite. And then on FBI matchup predictor, Duke is the favorite by the smallest of margins. So essentially this is close to a toss up here. And I'm fascinated just to see, how do they come out? What does each team look like? And we'll talk about all that in a little bit here, and I'm super excited to jump into it. But as you mentioned, we have Chandler Rivers on the show. He's great, super fun to talk to, a great player, and cannot wait to see him in person. And just how can he affect this game? Because I think he can, because you're going against a really smart quarterback. How can you trick him? How can you make him, put the ball in jeopardy and ultimately take that thing away? We'll see. But quickly, we're going to get a message from our friends over at Ingles, and then we'll talk to Chandler Rivers.
Did you know that Ingles sells more organics than any other store? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Chandler Rivers, brother, great to see you, man. Super excited to talk with you today and just to talk about the Duke Blue Devils. Week 1 is in the books. It's over with. What'd you think of your team's performance and where you guys are starting off?
I feel like it was great to get out there week 1 and just play some football against another team, honestly. Of course, we got things to fix offensively and defensively, but just going out there, being able to play against another team, it felt good.
Chandler, you guys started off with, a game that, like you said, just to get back out there and play, and you end up winning in blowout fashion. We saw a lot of other games this weekend, top 10 teams, and they, it was a little uglier in some ways. How do you feel as a player to be able to start with a team that, frankly, you should beat? And then for you guys specifically, you have a massive game this week. So does that help you as a player in some ways?
I feel like it depends on who you are, honestly. Like, some people may like going against a not so good opponent week 1. Some people might want to get thrown into the fire week 1. I feel like it depends on preference, but I feel like you prepare from the same anyways. It's just depending on, if I want to get thrown into the fire week 1 or week 2. So, it's
one way or the other. You got to get it.
Yeah.
At some point. Well, here we are, and this is a huge game. You've got a ranked opponent, top, 12 opponent coming to town here in Illinois. And I know it's Tuesday. I get it. But, what's kind of your initial thoughts on what they do and maybe what they do well on offense?
I mean, it's a Big Ten football. So, I feel like they really truly embody the Big Ten run the ball. I feel like that's truly what they do, run the ball, take shots. And I feel like it's just another opportunity for us as a team to go out there and showcase what we have, what we've been working on all offseason. So, I feel like me and a lot of the other guys on the team are very excited about the opportunity to be able to play on this platform and just play against a team of that caliber.
And their quarterback is pretty darn good, Luke Altmaier. He had a really good year last year. Illinois is coming into this game ranked 11th in the country. As Max said, it's early in the week. I don't know how much film you've been able to break down. They also run the ball really well. What have you seen from this offense on film so far?
They're a very experienced group. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball. It's really pick your poison with them. And I feel like that's exciting for us to be able to go against that. So,
what do you look at, man, when you have a quarterback that is this experience, right? And you're a tricky guy, right? You like to disguise things, you like to hide. Maybe you're walked up one place, but you got to go across, the formation of things of that nature. How can you even take it to another level, for your play and try to out chess this guy, make a better move than he maybe knows?
I feel like a lot of it is just film watching, like knowing his tendencies, like knowing what his best throws are, like what throws are he like what's his safety blanket, honestly. Like once you figure that out, figure out the cadence and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of it is just it's a chess match, like you just said. So I mean, he's a great quarterback. I'm excited to play against him. So it's just good on good going on there.
Is it one of those things though, like will you move around more? Like walk me through it, man. Because again, if I'm a QB and I'm seeing, okay, there he is, I've got to know where this cat is. Are you trying to even double down more, try to be more out of position to where you're going, or what's the vibe for you when you play somebody that's this good as a quarterback?
Yeah, I feel like I mean, you can see what you see on film, but like until you actually get to play against them, like you can't really get a feel of actually how they are in game, honestly.
Mhm.
So like just getting a feel of how he is, like what he's looking at, like or if he's even king, whoever on the defense, like just certain stuff like that. I mean, but then again, he's a great quarterback, so you can't be too out of position to gamble too much because like he'll make you pay for it, and that's something we've seen on film. So I mean, just staying true to your job, doing whatever you got to do, but play around with it a little bit, I guess.
All right, Chandler, be honest with us, okay? Because there's no stat in sports that is less significant than the score at halftime, right? Because
Yeah.
all that matters is the final score. So what's going on in the Duke locker room when it's 10-10 with Elon? And how did we get from that to 45-17? Like, walk us through that.
I mean, it's really just all right. We got the jitters out. Now let's
Mm.
play football. Now that's really all it was, and I feel like that was a perk of having that kind of opponent week one.
Mhm.
But like, it's just we got the jitters out. We haven't played football against somebody else in was that 9 months. So I mean, we got the jitters out. Now let's go out there and play Duke football, our brand of
Yeah.
football, the second half. And I feel like that's what we did, and that's why the score showed what it showed. So now it's just now all the jitters out for the rest of the season. Now it's just time to play ball.
Mm.
That's right. That's what we like to hear. Tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about your quarterback, man. How fun was that to see him in live action? I mean, ripping almost 400 yards,
yeah,
pushing it downfield, really electric guy. And he's going to have to be on his P's and Q's, right? I mean, this week
yeah.
with the quality opponent. But what was that like for you to see? Maybe, or for everyone else to see what you've known every day in practice?
Yeah, I mean, like you just said, like we sit every day in practice. Like I've been seeing it since he got here in January. I'm like, oh, this guy can ball. Like he's up there, one of the best quarterbacks I've played before. Like it's just he's up there. He can ball. Like he prepares second to none. Like it's just like his whole process is just it just screams elite quarterback. So
Mm.
like just being able for him to put that on like a bigger platform because he was at Tulane last year. So being able to put that like, on a bigger platform at a P4 school and at the rate that he's doing it, like, I feel like he's gonna have a great season this year. And I'm excited for him. Like it's amazing being able to go against him and then see him doing it on the field. Because I feel like as a defense, our biggest thing is all right. Let's get the ball back to 10. All right, let's see him go out there and
Mhm.
work. I feel like that's just what we're priding ourselves on, and I feel like he's gonna take us where we need to go.
Okay, as a corner, right? And we're
Yeah,
talking about Darian Minshew, your quarterback. I imagine you guys had some battles in camp. Like I hope
100%.
so. So give us an example of a time that maybe he got the best of you, and then a time
uh-huh.
that you got the best of him.
Oh, I don't know.
You gonna say he never got the best of you,
Hey, he never got
perhaps?
you, did he? Did he get you?
I play DB, so I tend not to like remember that. Like forget
What the
about that next play.
smart.
Um, But I mean, I feel like one-on-ones, it's a lot of good battles. Like, because of course we have a great receiving core, and like, yeah, it was one play that was actually posted on Duke football page when Cooper Barkey, when he
Mhm.
caught a pass on me, it was a great ball and it was a great catch. Like, if you slow the video down, he caught it one-handed with his
Oh,
inside arm, which I don't know how he did that, but it just a testament to how great the ball placement was and how great our receivers are at attacking the ball. So I mean,
yeah.
that's one play he got the best of me, and I mean, I caught maybe a pick or two or
There we
whatever
go.
on him. So
There
I
we
mean,
go.
we go back and forth. Like when we get to go against each other in practice, it's honestly like it's a great thing to see. So
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good answer, an
Yeah, it was.
honest
It
answer,
was.
Chandler. We appreciate
That's
that.
right. That's right. He's being real with us. Chan, when you played this game, you're such a fun player to watch. Like you're great at blitzing, you're great in coverage, you're great at, getting the ball and finding the ball. How kind of do you get to this point? How did you become such a tenacious player?
I feel like a lot of it is just like what I've been told my whole life by my dad. Like you just play hard and you run to the ball, good things happen. Like no matter like what it is good things happen. And then like another thing that I can attest to my position coach and just the coaches in general is just like learning like tendencies and film watching and just understanding like what teams are trying to do. Like how are they trying to beat you? How are they trying to attack us? And I feel like once you understand that, it's just everything slows down for you. And I feel
Yeah.
like that also is just me being older now, going into my senior year. So like it's just once you understand the game more, it slows down for you. It allows you to do more stuff. So
Yeah. How do you attack the film room? Like, I'm fascinated from the cornerback position. Like, what? How do you watch it? Do you kind of do big picture? Are you watching guys' alignment, their stance, QB? Like, you don't have
yeah,
to tell me specific things this week, but when you're watching, like, is there a list of 1, 2, 3, 4? This is what I'm trying to figure out.
yeah. I mean, what you name is pretty much what we're trying to figure out. Like what I'm trying to figure out, what I'm trying to see. So I mean, once you figure that out, you can pretty much eliminate some stuff that's gonna happen. So
You mentioned earlier one of the videos that Duke football posted with Cooper Barkate, who comes in from the Ivy League,
yeah.
and he had a great first week. Darian Mensah's talking about how he's kind of his go-to guy. Did he impress you from the jump? Because you're thinking maybe, okay, Ivy League, like let's see what this guy's got, and obviously he's got something. So what's been your evaluation of him so far?
Yeah, Coop. So like when he got here, like usually we get a guy from like the Harvard or like the Ivy League. It's not really like whatever, but they was like
Sure.
he's supposed to be the guy. So I did my research. So I did my research on him. Like I saw he went to Modern Day, and I saw he said his quarterback was like Bryce Young in high school.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, he might have some. He might be something. And then he was like, yeah, I had this offer, that offer, this offer out of high school. I'm like, and you chose Harvard? And then like just seeing like him work and stuff like that, and it's like okay, like he is something. I see why he was All American there. I see why he was that. I see why he was this, and I see why he's here now. So I mean, it all adds up and all makes sense. And then I mean, he's a great player. Like he's a dog. So
He's fun to watch. He's fun to watch.
yeah,
I'm excited to see him this weekend in person as the huddle. We'll be there. Can't wait to see you
yeah.
in person as well, my man. Give me some tips to the game. We're going to get you out of here. Duke wins this game if you do what?
We just do our jobs. I mean, most physical team is gonna win because I mean we're both two teams that believe we can win in the fourth quarter. I mean that is what we do. That's what we both pride ourselves on. So most physical team that does their job the longest and withstands the whole like throughout the whole game will win.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Can't wait to watch it, man. It's going to be a ton of fun. Chandler, great to see you, buddy. And good luck this weekend.
yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Thanks again to Chandler Rivers for joining us. And I appreciated his, back and forth about Darian Mensah as a corner when I asked him, did Mensah ever get you the best in camp? And he said, well, I'm a corner. I wouldn't remember that. I thought that was good. And we know, obviously, they had some battles in camp. I bet that was really fun to watch, Mac. But
Yeah.
let's start there. Let's start with Darian Mensah and what he did. I know it's Elon. I know it was tied at halftime. You and I were texting like, what in the world? But as Chandler Rivers said, jitters, nothing matters less than the score at halftime. And Mensah ends up throwing for 389 and 3 touchdowns, 27 of 34 passing. It looks like Cooper Barkade is his guy. Rivers talked to us about that. But Mensah looks the part, right, Mac? He looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the country. And going up against Illinois, this is going to be his first real test.
Yeah, it is, wearing a Duke uniform and just excited to see, what that looks like. And you talk about us going back and forth about the Elon game. I mean, alarms were sounding.
It's like,
I was
what?
losing my mind watching this and just like, there's no way this is happening. Like we're going there week 2. They're going to have lost to Elon.
There's no way.
Be the worst thing.
I never
ever.
thought they were going to lose. I just thought this is
It was
really
10 to
concerning.
10. I thought they were going to lose.
I thought they'd figure
It
it
just
out.
seems like a game the ACC would lose. Okay.
Oh gosh.
And so
No, Wake
the
Forest
Lord.
actually tried to do that. But
Yeah,
continue
praise the
on.
Lord. They turned it up and stopped playing around because that was just one of those things. You're just like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
And they did. And Mensah looked great all game. Honestly, I mean, he was slinging the rock, doing really, really impressive. Just things, pushing the ball downfield. I'm excited for that next step. Even though he did some great throws outside of the pocket, I'm excited to see him in this game because I think he can take it to another level. I think that he's that type of guy that wills you in these games and makes you, kind of win this game and is a super big X factor. And then, like you said, he found his guy in Coop that's going to be, who he throws it to. And is that his go-to? How much can Hagens continue to step up? You know, Q-Shan looked crazy fast. I mean, he was blazing. And can you continue to get him the ball at the wide receiver position? Those are kind of the 3 that you just need to see continuously ball out and be that for them, because you're going against a really good, Illinois defense, and a defense that is going to want to stone you up front, make you one dimensional, not allow you to run the football, and then, quite frankly, force you into turnovers. That's going to be kind of their MO, and they're just kind of hoping you make a mistake there.
And can Mensa and his, I'm making up a word, dynamicness. I don't know how dynamic he is. Can he kind
Mensa-mania
of,
is what
yeah,
you're
Mensa
looking
mania.
for the mania.
Exactly. Can he be the X factor there? I think what really is the key matchup for me, Mac, and we talked with Chandler Rivers here, is this Duke defense against the Illinois offense. Because as much as we want to say they figured it out in the second half, Duke did give up 163 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns on 44 carries to Elon.
Right.
And Illinois wants to run the ball down your throat. They have 2 really good running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So that concerns me. And they have Altmaier, who to me is like and I mean this in a good way, the quintessential Big Ten game manager, veteran, like super tough.
Right.
He's never going to lose the game for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's who that guy is. So can they stop the run? Can this defense look a little better? And it's interesting because, this is Manny Diaz. This is what he does. So I feel like this defense will look a lot better than they did week 1.
Yeah.
But that's the big matchup for me, Mac.
No, I agree with you. And how can you get them in situations where they can't just run the football?
Yeah.
Right. Like they ran it 37 times a week ago, but Luke was also sacked 3 times. Like that's going to be something to pay attention to for Duke, who is tenacious at getting after the quarterback. They were so good at it a year ago. And how do they scheme that? Is it just guys like, big Vincent up front getting after it and making things happen? Vincent Anthony there? Is it other guys, Wesley Williams, or is it Chandler, off a blitz? Do they move him around and make him a very viable guy there? Trey Freeman as well. So interested to see the matchup there, because you're right. You definitely need to shut down the run. And then it's like, okay, do you think that Luke can beat you throwing the ball? Probably not. I mean, sure, maybe he's capable, but I think you feel a lot better if they average, 2.5 yards a carry than if they're able to do 4, 5, 6, and then the whole offense is kind of opened up. So it seems like, you've got a little bit of your work cut out for you, but you've got to shut down that run. You've got to stop it.
That's number 1. You got to slow down the run. And then can this Duke defense wreak havoc like they did a year ago with all the TFLs they had, the sacks, like you mentioned, Mac, or forcing some turnovers, which would be huge. And I'm very curious. Duke fans, get in, talk to us. This game's at noon, by the way, on ESPN. I'm not sure I mentioned that. Illinois is a 2.5-point favorite, number 11 in the country. Duke receiving votes this week, so let's put that out there.
Yeah.
Total at 50.5. Noon, how my theory always with noon road games is that it somewhat benefits the road team because the crowd maybe isn't quite there, all that. We need to see a great crowd. Like, you need that advantage if you're Duke. You need some help here. You got the number 11 team in the country coming in. So I really hope we see that, Mac. And this is also an Illinois team. This is just a few nuggets I want to throw out there. They went 9-3 against the spread last year. I think a lot of people didn't realize how good they were till late in the season. And then maybe more importantly, they went 5-1 in their 6 games decided by 8 points or fewer last year. So they won close games. If this is a close game, can the Duke crowd give us something? Like, that's my question there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Why are you laughing?
Excited to see it. Duke and crowds, I don't know.
I mean, they've had good crowds for some games. Like, come on, let's go.
For sure.
You got Darian Mensah. You got the $1 million man.
Back it out.
Let's go.
$multi-million. It's not singular.
I know.
It's not singular. It's 4 of them apparently.
Yeah. Sorry to insult.
To see that, and there's a bunch of our friends that friends of the show, friends of the huddle, that's certainly there, and they'll be supporting. But yeah, you're right. I mean, to get a big crowd to this game is monumental. And can you have your team's back, the Cameron crazies, the Duke crazies, the Wallace Wade crazies for the outdoor stadium there, as Packer used to always call them. I am fascinated just to see that piece.
Yeah, I'm really curious.
Illinois fans that show up, or does Duke, hold it down and do their thing? But at the end of the day, I think this defense is for real. I think that they can isolate the run. I think that they can take that away. And if you're able to, make Illinois play one-handed, then I think you feel pretty good about your odds here. I'm rolling with Duke. I don't know where you sit on this. 2.5. I'm just taking a money line. I just think they win. I'm not interested in, when it's that tight of a game and you think they can win, you might as well do that anyway.
Yeah.
I think that we see Mensa turn it on and we don't see that first half, which he was
Mm.
okay, like I said, but I don't think they play around in this game. I think they stay rolling.
The best player on the field is Darian Mensah. So,
Yes.
and that team's at home. You love that. You had kind of the warm-up game. Both teams did, obviously. Illinois beat Western Illinois. I tend to think Illinois is going to find a way to win this game, which is how gritty they are, how good they
Yeah.
are in close games, how well they run the football, all the veteran pieces they have. But so I think I would lean Illinois -2.5. But if Duke wins the game, I would not be shocked at all. And I think it would be because of some Mensa heroics and because this defense is able to wreak some havoc and force some turnovers. And if Duke does win this game, they should be ranked. And then we're really, the attention's on Duke. And then they go to Tulane, which
Yeah.
is
Huge,
fascinating on
huge
so
game.
many levels.
Yeah.
So I
We'll
hate
talk
to
about
be, I'm always the Debbie Downer, Mac, but also the Grambling guarantees have been hitting. So
They have
it's
been
like,
on
hey,
point. I'll just say that. They've been
just
on
saying,
point.
just saying.
Yeah, that was good. It was a fun day, fun interview. Appreciate you guys. If you're still here with us, go subscribe, jump on this channel with us. Duke fans, tell us, are you going to the game? What time are you getting there? Where's the
Yes, give us
tailgate
your
live? I
thoughts.
will be there. I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody. And we'll be back for more coming Friday. Football Friday is coming in hot. So until next time, we'll see y'all.